Hi Internet, welcome to another Dreadlogs Reviews. In this video we're going to take a look at something really special. It is another Sabertrio's blade. Again, this was another rush request that they were able to fulfill for me, which they've told me is the quickest they've been able to deliver sabers, which is pretty awesome. In this case, we're actually going to be looking at something rather special. So I don't want to spoil it for what it is. So let me just open it up and you'll probably be able to guess really quickly as we go into it. And I say that because you're going to note a couple of things. Thank you card again, really nice. And then we have the cover tech clip. We have the plugs for the adapters for the chargers. But there's two in here. I don't, why would they give me two? I don't know. Oh wait, they gave me two because there's two chargers in here. Well, I don't know why they did that. Those silly guys over at Sabertrio. Why would they do that? Wrench, screw set, and another Skylar hex wrench. And wait, there's another. Well, now we're getting two of everything. So why are we getting two of everything? That just doesn't make sense. Well, maybe we have two sabers here, and we also have two blades. And I did not say to blade, which we all mean is to bluff. Nope, I said to blade. So we're opening the little package first. Whoops, there goes the scissors. So we're opening the little packages first. So let's get in here and see what this is. I know what this is. This is a really tiny itty bitty baby lightsaber. Okay, maybe not. It's a really tiny itty bitty lightsabers baby. No, it's not that either. Okay, let's get in here. Boop. So I suspect that most of you have guessed it already, though I've probably also slacked off and put it in the title. This is actually a Saberstaff by Sabertrio. So this is the coupler. This is the piece that will connect the two sabers. We'll set those off to the side for now. And let's start with the sabers themselves. So these are a pair of Neo Skylar silver hilts. Again, from Sabertrio. These are the Neo blades, similar to my other Sabertrio review. And I've been wanting to do a Saberstaff for quite a while as I was coming up with ideas for these videos. And when I saw that they presented this as an option, they actually did a couple of videos on their Facebook page, and I was like, yep, okay, done. That's what I'm going to go for. Now I like Saberstaff, the idea, because one, you get a pair of matching sabers that basically look like one another, so they look really cool on your hilts or on your hip or your hips in this case, because you would basically dual wield them. However, in this case, you can also connect them. So that's the first one. Well, you know, the difference in this and the Valkyr is remarkable, just in the different stylings. It's amazing to see these came from two separate or the same company. But yeah, so let's set that one up here. I'm going to turn it on, make sure it comes on here. Pause for editing break, and likely maybe because I had to put some music out there, worried about copyright violations here on YouTube. All right, so now we're getting into the second saber, and again, they are complete, so you can see. I mean, they do have pommels, so they're complete sabers. Turn this one on. Beautiful. You know, each more identical than the last, right? Let's do some quick measurements on these guys before we get connected to them. So let's grab our piece of paper. So going from the highest point on the let's put this back a little bit. So going from the highest point on the emitter, roughly. So you know, we're about the same size as we were on the Vulcan, where we're just over 11.5 inches. We're probably about 12 inches. A very nice weight. Let's go through some of the details. I won't go through both. They're both the same, so no reason to go through them individually. Nice detailing here. This is a ridge pattern, so it's got some texture to it. Zoom in here. Nice big sound speaker. You can see the speaker in there. I like the detailing of the pinstriping here. Again, this is ridged, so it beads in. CoverTech wheel. Nice shaft. Gets some nice detailing. Lets you know that you're holding something. I like the ribbed collar here. So let's see if we can get in on that. So nice ribbed collar. So when you're holding it, if you're holding it like this, you know you're holding on to something. Switch box, very nice, tight silver. Again, nice detailing. It all pulls together with these concentric circles. And then, interestingly enough, the blade retention screw sticks out. I say that that's a blade retention screw. Yeah, it must be. Okay, I was going to say it may not be, but it is. Interesting design choice. They did give me these little small screws in these two bags, so maybe I'll swap those out. It feels like it kind of breaks up the lines. But, okay, from here, unscrew the pommel. Really nice speakers. I've noticed that the quality of these speakers, at least they're the big silver ones, they seem a lot brighter. I'm going to assume I'm going to do this correctly. So let's see. Yep. And let's go ahead and, yep, still getting sound. Okay. So we've added probably about an inch onto the back of that. Well, we took off about a ½ an inch, so maybe we've only added an inch. Now this is a part that I'll probably have to play with a little bit in my own time, in that I understand that there's a way to make sure that these CoverTech wheels and everything lines up correctly. And so this may just be a matter of me having to play with it some to do that. Okay, we have it seated. And I noticed that there was a really big, there's a big hex wrench on the inside, so it looks like I can actually adjust this. But this is really close. CoverTech wheels match. Let me see if I take this back further enough, you can kind of see. That's not a good way to do these. Let me get out my blade stands so you can see these. And of course my blade stand decided to fall apart. These are blade stands, by the way. I haven't done a review on them. I probably won't. These are just blade stands I picked up to help me shoot these videos. They're okay. They're just they were off of Amazon, inexpensive actually. Let's do this, and then let's do this, and then let's do that, and now let's put this here and this here. There we go. Now we have a nice stand. I will pull back a little bit so you can see the full size. And so for comparison, we'll move our pommels aside, get rid of the garbage. And so you can see we're obviously, over two sheets of paper wide here. So why Saberstaff? As I get the blades unwrapped, let's talk about Saberstaffs for a moment. So obviously probably the most famous Saberstaff that people are going to remember is Darth Maul from episode 1. Now I know the prequels get a lot of hard time. And some of this justifiably so. Wizard Annie is the most cringeworthy line. It's just I hate it every time I hear it. And Yippee, oh Yippee, really? No kid says that. Come on, Lucas. But the fight scene in Darth Maul was a super iconic character, and I'm glad that they brought him back in some of the cartoons and so forth. So I feel pretty good about that. But yeah, but it's also, you see a lot of Saberstaffs carry through in some of the, one of the more famous Jedi to have one was Bastille Shan from the Star Wars Old Republic's series. And then, of course, Savage Opress from the Clone Wars cartoons also had, I'm trying to remember all the names, also had a Saberstaff. And there's just something really cool about this look. And again, I kind of like the idea that you can, so I got one blade in, so there's one blade, which by the way makes a really mean spear. if you want to go that route. And then we will back off that screw a bit more. And now we will do that. All right. So let's remove the box. And that's frickin' awesome. Pardon the mess, but that's frickin' awesome. And so again, three initial configurations on this one. The red is the Phantom Apprentice, which is one that Sabre Force really recommends. Again, super dark red, you know, really eye-popping. Thing is so big that you cannot get it in the camera. See if I can adjust the light down a bit. Got a really nice hum to it. From there, let's play with some of the other colors. So, retract. Now, I will say this is probably the one thing that I would love to see someone come up with, and I don't have the solution, but I would like to see in Saberstaff configuration a one-button mode. And I don't know how you do that. I think you'd have to have some type of smart sensor connector that would make it work. But I'm going to hold down both. There's the beeps. Okay. That was pretty instantaneous. So green is balance. Is the balance sound font. And I really like this Sabre because I think you can go red and it looks menacing. You can go green and it looks, you know, less menacing. Very cool. And then go one more time off, and then hold for the beep, and then hold for the two beeps. And that is that the first steps? That's right, first steps. And then we go purple, because I gotta have me some purple. And it's got a nice throaty sound to it. It's nice. I mean, it's heavy, and I will. I'm leaving it out here because I just there's no way to get it in front of the camera and actually show it off all at once. I will do some video of me holding it so you get a sense of the scale. It's long. You can see emitter windows, which again, I'm a huge fan of the emitter windows. Lights lit up, switches, vents in the coupler, letting out a good sound. It really works as a Saberstaff. So just a beautiful piece. And I know you're wondering, well, how do you display this? Well, you can display as two separate sabers, but what I'll probably do is use a shelf and actually use these two stands and just display it along the wall when I'm not using it. You know, again, just a stunning piece of engineering, very elegant. I'm glad I went with something like this. I think it's super clean. I am intrigued to try some of the other Saberstaffs. I have one coming from Sabre Forge. Someone on my YouTube channel asked about me doing one of from Ultra Sabers, and so I am looking at kind of a round two of Sabre purchasing in a couple of months. After I do a little bit of travel and a few other things that are coming up, I might buy either an Ultra Sabers Saberstaff, or I have a couple of pieces that I could use to combine, or that I can actually start a Saberstaff with. So either way with that, So that's, you know, looking to do that. There's also a couple other videos that I'm kind of plotting out that I'm really excited to be doing, on top of everything else that I want to do review wise. Yeah. Anyway, this is absolutely cool. This is an amazing experience. It does get a little pricey. This is probably the most I spent for what I would call a single saber. For two sabers, it's, you know, for one saber at a time, I think it's very realistic. I'm not regretting the expense at all. I wouldn't do this every time, but this is really neat. All right, so I wanted to do just a quick size comparison. So I'm 6'3". So you can see it's much taller than the Saberstaff, much taller than I am. Part of that is because I've just got two 30, I think they're 32, 36-inch blades here. But I did just want to give an idea of the size. Turn both on. Lights up really well. I don't have a whole lot of room in here to twirl. Do a slow twirl maybe. Also my bad leg, which isn't helping. But you can see it works really well. Real comfortable. And again, I mean, it's a big staff. Don't get me wrong. I might see about trying to get some smaller blades here. Maybe asking, why are you in the Darth Maul mask? Because it's cool, that's why, obviously. But yeah, oops, there goes the wall, of the wall, of the wall, of the wall. But yeah, looks great. But yeah, I just wanted to give some sense of the size. Again, I'm 6'3", taller than me with the blades as it is. Just remarkable, just simply amazing, super cool. Just love the whole experience. So thanks. I hope you enjoyed watching these videos. I hope you enjoyed checking out the Sabertrio Saberstaff with me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed checking out the Sabertrio staff with me. If you have questions, your thoughts on Saberstaffs, leave them down below. If you found this video amusing, you found me ridiculous and really funny looking, give me a like. If you find, you know, that I'm sharing something interesting, do me a favor, give me a subscribe, share with your friends. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. Thanks.